The immortal John Hancock here, and today I'm doing a video game news bits section. Retro game news that you may have missed. And here we go, have lots to cover in this segment. And so first up, hats off to modder Ginger of Mods, who's turned a Wii and a Game Boy Color into a WiiBoy Color, and that's pretty cool. And so this is not just some Android project. He actually put an actual Nintendo Wii board into a 3D printed Game Boy Color style casing with battery and storage, and even took parts of an actual Wii and a DS Lite, and it looks fantastic. There's also a YouTube video on it. You can check it out on his channel, and I thought that was a cool project and something neat. Definitely something you don't see every day. I am a huge Turrican fan, and I'm really excited to see Turrican Anthologies 1 and 2 on physical at Strictly Limited Games. A little disappointed that they split up the anthology into 2 parts, but the games that are included are really cool. And so you have the Amiga versions of Turrican from Factor 5, you have Super Turrican and the Director's Cut, and Mega Turrican Score Attack on Anthology 1. Okay, that's pretty awesome. But wait, there's more. And so there's also a second anthology which includes Turrican 3 on the Amiga, Mega Turrican, and the Mega Turrican Director's Cut, Super Turrican 2, which is super expensive on Super Nintendo. So it's neat to see these Turrican games being remembered on its 30th anniversary. The digital version, which is going to be on the eShop, has not been announced yet. But if you're looking for physical, you can go to Strictly Limited Games. Also, they're doing some retro versions of these games for Super Nintendo and Mega Drive. And so if you want to play the original games, they're doing like a re-release on physical cartridge form for those formats. There's also doing collector's editions, and so in the big style Amiga box. Pretty neat for people that like those. That's a lot of Turrican, and definitely some awesome games to check out. I did a video earlier in the year about a lot of retro game consoles that are coming out. Some got delayed and some didn't. And so Analogue Pocket is being delayed till 2021. And Television Amico got announced. That's being delayed as well, tentatively for spring. But there's some other big ones that are still coming out and are going to be competing in that very competitive console hardware market this fourth quarter. So Polymega is still coming out. It is still $400 price tag. There's some controversy with it, with that price tag, even though it went from FPGA to emulation. But the early reports of the second beta units are positive. Now, it's far from perfect, and there's still a long road ahead for them, but it's nice to see that project is moving forward. I think that's going to be a solution for some people that kind of want an all-in-one set-top box to play their retro gaming needs. And so, all right, that's not the only thing coming out this year. Believe it or not, oh my gosh, the Atari VCS is still planning to come out. Now, I have been kind of a critic of this. I'm not telling people to get it. I am getting it for the channel. I did order it, but it is still coming out and still is guaranteed to ship before December 24th. So that price tag is super high, $400. And so it's kind of a wait and see. I think everybody's is still anticipating this to not go great for Atari. We'll see though. They've been announced a Plex recently for it. And so it's really going to be interesting to see kind of what they do moving forward. And so I'm curious, at least am interested in the joystick, and it'll be interesting to see what I get when I get my console, which I've ordered hands-on. All right, there's still a couple other more affordable options that don't get enough attention, and I'm here to talk about them. And the first and foremost is the Playdate. Now the Playdate, at a previous PAX up north, I got to experience the Playdate, and I think it's pretty interesting. It's definitely got a cool design, and they're still moving forward to ship this year at an affordable price of $149. And so it's going to come with 12 games, and those are going to be time released. And so I think this is a really cool project. I don't think it gets enough attention. I want to know more about what they're doing. Now, on their Twitter account, which they're very active, they said they have lots of news, and they're going to talk about how to pre-order this and where to find it. And so I'm looking forward for more information, but the play date is coming this year. I'm excited about that. Also, if you're a Commodore 64 fan or VIC-20, you know that the C64 has just been announced and available to order on Amazon for the US customers. And I'm really excited about that because I'm a huge Commodore 64 fan and a VIC-20, and I think that's awesome that they're offering this product. You know, with COVID hitting, it got delayed. It was supposed to come out a little bit earlier in the year, but it's here. You can order it now, and it's affordable price of $129. That's more of a retro gaming price option in my opinion, and so that's pretty cool. I'm really excited for them and look forward to get that. I'm going to be ordering that on Amazon myself. All right, remasters. There's been some good remasters and not so good remasters, and then there's these unannounced remasters that everybody's waiting for Nintendo to announce. Now, there is supposedly a Super Mario 3D collection supposedly going to be announced very soon for Mario's 35th anniversary this fall. And so there's a lot of people awaiting this. Nintendo doesn't have like a real big heavy hitter announced yet. And so Super Mario Collection is supposedly at least going to have 3 games: Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy. Now, I personally would add Super Mario 3D World to that, but some people think that they're going to take that game and they're going to just add it to another collection. So I don't know. I'm really excited about this for Switch fans. I think this is going to be a huge seller. There's a lot of fans of those releases. And if it's remastered, oh my gosh, Super Mario 64 remastered, oh, that's going to be awesome. Now, that's not just the only news that's out. There's a couple Kickstarters that I want to announce and think are pretty cool. So, one is Retro Game Stands. And so this is a successful Kickstarter for collectors out there. And it's a different way of displaying your retro video games from various consoles. And so it's really cool. You can face out your game collection in like a tiered fashion. It's already successful. It will be moving forward. And I like the price point of this. I heard about this from a friend of mine, and he sent me the link, and I checked it out. And it's pretty cool. There's going to be some different colors, and it's going to cover lots of retro gaming consoles. It looks like they also have further plans to further do some handheld gaming, and I think it'll make game rooms look excellent. So especially, facing out, that's really a tough option for people, and so this fixes that with a nice way of displaying your video games. And so I am a big fan of video game art in general, and some of the artwork on these covers of the physical versions of video games, it really pops. And so it's nice that this is an option for collectors out there. Also, on the strange side of news, Polybius, a numbskull arcade, has announced that they're doing a Polybius to continue their quarter arcade collection. And it's actually a powered USB hub, and it's pretty cool. And so it's on Kickstarter right now. And so Polybius, for people who don't know, is kind of a mysterious, it's kind of like the Bigfoot of arcade video games. And so supposedly came out and was tested in the Portland market in the 80s. And so there's a lot of mystique about Polybius. There was a homebrew 2600 game made for Portland Retro Gaming Expo years back, and it was also re-released by Hard Copy Games. And so Polybius has a lot of backstory to it. So no, it's not a game, but it does turn on, and it's pretty cool that Numbskull Arcade is doing this. Further, a quarter arcade line. The link will be below for that as well. Pretty sweet. You could have this along with your other quarter arcades, and you're definitely going to get a couple, oh, what's that? So Polybius being so mysterious, it's pretty cool that it's coming out in physical form. At least the arcade cab and packaging is pretty cool. So there you have it. That's the news I have. Video game news bits that you might have forgotten about. What are you excited about? There's so much coming out in the fourth quarter. Everybody's going to have their favorite There's going to be plenty of video games for people to be interested in. What is your favorite? Thank you so much for the ongoing support. I want to thank everybody as my channel moves forward. It's growing, and thank you for the positive support. What is the news that you're most excited about? I would like to hear from you. Comment below, and thank you so much. You folks are wonderful and beautiful. This is the immortal John Hancock, and you take care.